Hey creatures. So again, my setup is different. As always, this is not going to be a 54 days of whatever. I say whatever in like nice terms. You've already read the title. So you already read the title. So you clicked on it because you're curious or you just want to hear how I have to say something. 33 seconds on the timer as I say that. So as the title states, someone is going to try to pull rank on you. Okay? And somebody else is looking at you. Someone you looked up to is looking at you. Now we're going to start with the first message first. It's not really a message per se, like in traditional sense, as people would say spiritually, or 122 on the timer. I am giving you what my testimony. I'm giving you a full out 131, 133 on the timer. I'm giving you my full testimony. And this happened legit yesterday. Okay? So, well, it happened in the span of a couple of days, and yesterday was like the final nail in the coffin that I was waiting on. So, if you remember, if you've watched one of my previous 54 days of inner selves, I'm pretty sure it was like 32 or 31 or 30. One of the top 30s. But anyway, one of those three, I spoke up about how I have an acquaint friend. And this acquaint friend was 222 on the timer. This acquaint friend was doing some stuff, and they shouldn't have been doing the stuff that they were doing. Like, basically regurgitating the things that I was telling them. And it started with Aaliyah, and then it went to Papa Legba, and then it went to calling me a watcher. And I was just like, okay, whatever. Now that's all spiritual terms. A lot of you aren't going to get that. Let me bring it down for my logical people who decided to click on this 313 on the timer and want to like pick my brain. Let's say how would I explain this? What is a good way to explain this? Let's say you are picking a let's say you have a friend that's pregnant and they are wanting to see everyone's opinion on what gender they may have. And you tell someone else, oh, hey, I think it's going to be this gender. And they're like, oh, I think it might be this gender. And like, oh, and you guys kind of like go back and forth. Like, maybe, who knows? Blah, 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 blah. And this person who you told you think it's going to be like, say you think it's going to be a girl. You told them it's going to be a girl. And so they go out and they tell this person, you think it's going to be a girl. Or they think it's going to be a girl. And they see this person before you. So by the time they see you, they think the other person probably had the idea first. And you're just mimicking that person. Okay? This is what my acquaint friend was like. Except for they were regurgitating everything back towards me in a very spiritual sense. So like calling me a watcher and saying that my spiritual journey is still in the works and I need to get out of my shadow phase and blah 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 blah. And I can't communicate to people like like how she can communicate to people, or deities, so to speak. Now, a while back, I told my, like, this person's basically telling me that I need to step up my game, and that my deity, which is Papa Elepa, came to them and is telling them that, oh, I'm not doing my work. 551 on the timer. 555. I'm not doing my work. So the things that I am meant to do, I'm giving to you instead. That's what they were trying to push upon me. And I'm just like as I'm scratching my head, I was really scratching my head. Like, that's it. If I do take this in a super spiritual way, because I don't like going all the way into this alchemized world. I like to stay scientific. But if I go completely into this alchemized world, there was no way in high heaven a closed practice deity would go to someone outside of their practice and pull them into the practice, especially when they do not have blood ties to that practice. If anything, you have to be welcomed into that practice before that deity decides to be like, yeah, you're worth it. And on top of that, they didn't even know who he was. I told them that, oh, Papa Lepa is the god of rivers. And they went with it. And they were going with it. It was... And I called them out on it. This all happened yesterday. I called them out on it. I finally officially called them out on it. I was like, look, so you are saying that I am lesser than you right now. You are saying you are of love and of light, but everything you are, 747 on a timer, everything you are spitting is basically saying, I am lesser than you, because I am not telling you that I am doing my work. I have not told this person not one lick of, like, this whole channel, they know nothing about 808 on the timer. They know nothing about. They have no idea that I've been helping my people with therapeutic, actual cards. No, I'm not a therapist, so don't come at me. Okay? I'm not a therapist, so don't come at me. If you really need help, go to a therapist. But 838 on the timer. I do this type of stuff mainly for myself, or for my people, for myself, for my healing, to document my journey that I've gone through. And it's obviously been longer than 54 days. I just haven't been keeping up daily with it. Because life gets in the way. Life gets in the way. Life gets in the way. But that doesn't mean that I am not looking at them. Okay? Behind, when this camera is off and I'm not recording and I'm missing days when I could be doing the cards, I'm thinking about them. I'm thinking about journaling. I'm thinking about my writing prompts. I'm thinking about my daily affirmations. I'm thinking about my positive pickles. Okay? I may not be recording it, but I'm thinking about it while I'm doing other things on the side. Sometimes I'm literally just organizing. Well, sorry about that. Phone ran out of space, so I had to clean out my files. What timing? Guess I was almost about to overshare. Anyway, I'm bringing all this up because after this person pulled this spiritual rank on me, saying, basically calling me lesser without saying that I was lesser, and trying to tell me that they knew who Papa Legba was, 33 on the second timer, 33 seconds. Trying to tell me who Papa Legba was, and trying to tell me that they know who I am, even though I haven't told them anything I've been doing. I have legit just been telling them, oh, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing anything. But I'm not doing anything. 101 on the timer. So they couldn't really regurgitate anything that I would give them. In fact, as they were pulling rank on me, like beforehand, before they were pulling rank on me, they were trying to get me 119 on the timer, this new timer. They were trying to get me upset by saying the things they said about Aaliyah, may she rest in power. And then saying the things they said about Papa Legba, trying to get me upset. Then we start texting, 144 on the timer. We start texting because I was like, I need to be able to think, because I know my brain. I have ADHD, and I will let the synapses of my brain fire off super quickly, and I won't breathe, and I won't control it, and I'll just go. So we were texting, and I was typing, I was texting, and I was just like, wait, hold on, delete all that. What am I doing? What am I doing? What are you doing? Just ask the question. You don't have to explain yourself. Just ask the question. 232 on this timer. And so I asked the questions, and the questions were answered. And I realized this is why I didn't tell you anything about my journey. This is why I haven't told you my business. Like, if I was going to open a business, this is why I haven't told you what type of business I am running. This is why I haven't told you that I am moving. This is why I haven't told you that my child is being great in school, or this or that. My grocery store just did this or that. This is why I'm not telling you anything, because you are basically regurgitating it back at me. 313 on the timer. You're watching me. You're listening to everything I have to say. And then you're regurgitating it back at me. And if you're not watching what I'm saying, you're looking at all my reposts. And then looking at the comments I'm posting on my reposts. 333 on the timer. Saying it louder, because that's the truth. If I am not posting anything, you are going onto my page and looking at my repost and looking at my comments on my repost and regurgitating that towards me. That's how you're getting information that I didn't tell you. And somebody is doing this to you guys. Someone has to be. Because this happened to me, and I called them out yesterday. And after I called them out yesterday, I decided to watch my girl, Mystic something wifey. I love her. Miss Blonde, cheerleader energy girl, okay? I adore her energy. I watched her after the conversation me and my quaint friend had. And funny enough, this video played a little bit like the day before this conversation. So not yesterday, but the day before yesterday. Today's February 22nd. So whenever I posted this, the 2 days beforehand, I fell asleep and my phone was playing. and it played some videos. I woke up and there was like 3 tarot card videos that played in my history. So I was like, okay, I'll watch them. And I watched them in the order that felt right. And by the time I got to Mystic Wifey, this conversation happened. And in this video, no cap, I'm probably going to post this video on my community board. So there's a timeline of when you, like, I'm going to post this, and as this is posted, there'll be that video on my community board. So you can see, okay? Anyway, in her video, I might even just put a link in it in the description, because it's wild. So you can see it. In the video, she was like, by the time you watch this video, you would have already had this conversation with somebody. And then she goes out and basically just spits out the whole conversation I had with this person just about like 30 minutes to an hour before clicking on her video. It's wild. It was wild. I was like, okay. Making all the noises, okay? Then I read the title, and I was like, I should have read the title in the beginning. I should have read the title in the beginning. It was just confirmation for me. 6:36 on the time. It's just confirmation. I was like, yeah, what she's saying is facts. Like, yeah, I was just saying that. I was thinking all this. Like, that's why I kept this acquaint friend as an acquaint friend and not a friend, because I felt like they were going to take what I was saying and use it on me. And I'm glad it was just the spiritual stuff. 7:07 on this timer. I'm glad it was just the spiritual stuff, because if that was a business partner, 7:14, oh my goodness, she even talked about business in her video. Holy shit. If that was a business partner that I would tell my information to, 727, I would be in a hole. I'd be stuck like Chuck. 737. If I were to help some at this point in time, and if this resonates with you, you are probably going through this in your life. Remember, we all go through things differently. If we were all going through the same thing at the same time, the world will collapse. Just like how the government, or America, 801 on the timer, the whole United States of America would collapse if everyone got prosecuted all at once. Then don't prosecute them all at once. 118. Prosecute them one at a time. Put them on the flee order. They can't flee. Lock them down. Just saying. Now don't come at me, because I'm not on nobody's side, okay? But I'm just saying. Okay? Anyway. If this is like hitting you, you have somebody who is going to try to pull rank on you. If it has not already happened, and you just want confirmation because you do not want to feel crazy. But I am more so hoping, because I was procrastinating on doing this, and I kept telling myself in the back of my head, I had to get this out at least before 2 o'clock. It needs to be recorded, posted before 2 o'clock. And it's now like 11 a.m. here. And I kind of took a nap. And you're probably like, took a nap? Yeah. I was up at 4 a.m. thinking about this. Okay? Thinking about it. And I was like, in fact, I did a recording. And I was going to post it. But then I woke up and I was like, let me re-record that. Because it's just me talking. Let me re-record it. And this is me re-recording it. after taking a second nap, actually, because I fell asleep. I recorded it at like 11 p.m. or like 9 p.m. Okay, 10 p.m. Woke up at like 4 a.m. Got my setup like this. Well, cleaned it up a little bit more because there's now something right here y'all can't see, but in the previous recording there wasn't something there. Anyway, procrastinated from 4 o'clock till 7. Dozed off around 9, 10, and now I'm here around 11. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. So where was I? Yeah, I am basically 10:55 on the timer. I'm recording this because some of y'all may not know that someone's going to do this. And this is probably going to be like your inner thought that's going to pop up. 11:14 on the timer. Like someone's going to probably, because this happens to me, someone's going to probably pull rank on you. And they're going to say something that you told them. And you're going to clock it. And my voice, if not my voice, 11:44 on the timer, if not my voice, this image would pop in your head for a quick second. And then my voice would pop up and be like, they're pulling rank on you. 11:55. They're basically spitting out what you told them. 1, 2, 3, 12:03. They're gaslight them. Lead them on. Don't lead them on, because some people need to be put in their place and let it be known that they've been caught. Especially when you don't tell them everything. I was caught 12:22 on that and 12:21. Especially when you already don't tell them everything. You only tell them things that's necessary. And you just like have this feeling that you just need to tell them that. Like you just tell them this little stuff for some reason. This is your confirmation on why. Because they're going to try to pull rank on you. And I need you to be very, very careful when this happens. I'm going to need you to breathe and ask questions, because it's going to irritate you. Because it irritated me. 13:01, 13:03 on the time. It irritated me listening to someone try to talk about how much they knew about Papalepa and not correcting me on the things I'm saying about a deity. And then getting upset and saying that I am not of love or light or just love because a deity from the African diaspora should be able to choose someone of not the African diaspora. 13:31 on the timer as I said that. That's what they said to me. And then they also said, love does not hurt. Love never hurts. Love does not hurt. Love hurts. I want everyone to listen up with that one. I need y'all to, I want y'all to listen to me. 14:01, 14:04. Because if my quaint friend ain't going to listen, the 112 of you guys are probably going to listen. 112? 114? I don't remember. I got some new people. Welcome, by the way. You're probably going to listen. Love hurts. Especially when you realize that the love that you are giving to someone, you are no longer supposed to be giving to this person. 14:41 on the timer as I say that. That is the most painful of all loves, okay? when you can no longer give that love to somebody, whether or not that person is just overseas and they can't come back home to you. Maybe they're in jail or prison and they can't come back home to you. In war, 6 feet under. That is a... Oh, hold on. Here, listen to this. If that's not confirmation, I don't know what is. I just noticed this song. That's really sad. If you've 1535, if you've lost somebody, I'm sorry. Trigger warning. I didn't expect myself to go that deep. Trigger warning. I'm sorry if that hurt you. But love hurts. True love can hurt. Because you cannot give that love to anybody anymore. And I wanted to, 1606. I wanted to explain that to that person. I wanted to, but they've already showed me that they couldn't be trusted with information that I was giving them in all the day that we were talking. And it hurt. It hurt that I couldn't share this information to them, because I love sharing information to people. I love watching people grow and expand. But I couldn't even give it to this person because they were doubting me. They were calling me lesser because I did not tell them my journey. I did not tell them, oh no, I'm healed. I'm happy. Everything from the past that happened to me, from when I was playing Dungeons and Dragons, to going to Renaissance festivals, to crying by myself, knowing that someone's in the other room listening and not helping me. Like, I've done a lot of healing, 1717 on the timer. And I've never told anybody what I've gone through. Except for now, kind of, sort of. So you cannot tell me that I am under you because you are telling me you are healing. You are telling me that these things are happening to you and this thing is happening to you. Even if it's all spiritual stuff. Like, you're telling me that you're fighting these demons and capturing these demons and turning them into loving creatures. And they're crying because I'm not bowing down to you. 1801 on the timer. That's not love and light. I'm sorry. You are basically trying to pull your rank and saying, I'm better than you. Because this is happening, that is happening, and you're not telling me what's happening to you. So I'm going to make you mad so you can tell me what's happening to you. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to tell you the truth and call you out and let you know that I've been leading you on and not telling you. Yes, I have been gaslighting you. I have been telling you a lie. I am a liar right now. I am speaking to you in my heart of hearts and telling you I lied to you because I did not feel like I can trust you with my truth. And I'm giving you my truth right now, 1911 on the timer. And I told them that I'm giving you my truth now, 1919. The truth is, I lied to you because I couldn't trust you with my path. They didn't like that. They didn't like any of that. And then they tried to go back on the topic of Aaliyah after they said stuff about people trying to swap with them. Someone's life swapping them, swapping life with me. And I told him straight up, someone's trying to destiny swap you? I thought you didn't believe in that. So what about this whole thing you said about Aaliyah? and her coming to you and saying she was never destiny swapped. The song playing right now. And they're probably going to make you look like you're the bad guy because you called them out, because you lied to them. 2020 on a timer. Duh. I was going to lie to you. 2022. You've already showed that you are not trustworthy. Like, there were already signs beforehand when you told me that you allowed people to talk to you and tell you to act this way and act that way. And you were leading this girl on forever, telling this girl that you were a man this whole time. And I hate that. I mean, like, I could have spoke up on that too, but at the same time, it's not my problem. That's not my progress. That's not my story. I should have saw the signs, but like, they told me all their secrets, so I thought it was okay. I'm like, okay, and you're going to tell them soon. And they told them, and I was like, okay. Growth. No growth. You're taking from me. And now that you can't take from me, your true colors came out, and you got upset that I called you out. And then you got upset when I backtracked and asked you about the topic of Aaliyah, and you were like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Which also goes, which when they said that to me, reminded me of someone else who pulled that same card to me. And it's so sad. It's so sad. I need y'all to pay attention to people who do things like that. Like I was going to say something, but never mind. I'm not going to say it. That's why I laughed. I need y'all to pay attention. When something like that happens, when people start doing that, clock it. 22:12. And it's probably going to happen. Like, I'm probably going to, like, clock in your head, like, right when it starts to happen, too. You're going to notice it. I hope you notice it, if you haven't already noticed it. Okay? And, yeah. I wanna get this other message out, too, on top of it. I know this is long. I'm going to record that one separately. Because this is long. Alright, I have like a whole nother like 6 minutes that needs to be recorded. That needs to be posted together with this. So, yeah. That's it with this message. Watch out for those people. Weed them out when you can. Gatekeeping is okay. Don't let the internet tell you gatekeeping is wrong. You see all these people you see how everyone's doing the same exact thing and it's getting boring. Gatekeep. Alright, love you. See you in the next one. I got like another message I gotta put out, and then I am doing something else. Okay, I'm out. Bye.